Buenas, folks. Hi there. This is my third and last review of this morning. It's a sunny day at last here in Andalusia. It is a windy day for sure. I hope that isn't going to be a problem on the old soundtrack. I had a bit of. I haven't used the camera and the tripod for a little bit, so a little bit of unhappiness this morning, various kind of thing. I don't quite know why the controls are very sensitive, and anyway, so hoping this all sort of works right. So like I said, out of a slack time reading, back into it, have some plans, have some ambitions. Going to take on 3 this week and try and do something similar to this next Sunday. So let's see how we go. And my review for the last one of this morning is Max Hastings, The Secret War. Now, I've read at least 2 or 3 Max Hastings non-fiction books before. I didn't read the Falkland Wars because I've got no uh, great interest in that. I was quite resistant to the flag waving at the time. I do think there are some interesting things about it militarily, and I don't, I'm not against it, but I wouldn't sort of seek it out. So I didn't bother with that one. The Second World War ones I've read at least one, maybe 2 of those. I'd read his First World War book, which I don't think I've got to yet. Anyway, this is a massive tome. It took me ages. What do we get up to? 560 something pages, right? But great stuff. The thing about Hastings, the way I really his approach is really good. I mean, you can tell he's a journalist, and you can tell he's a really good journalist and really good editor. And his thing is to present facts, present history, data. He can really get that really boil down really quite well. But he always leavens it with a little whoa bit of wind here. Sorry, guys. He always leavens it with a little bit, a little it's either a joke or a slightly acid comment or about a personality or an event or a tiny bit of ethical observation. One thing always struck me that he'd be going on about aerial combat, and very casually, as if everyone knew this, he said something like, "I'm not going to do it as well as him." Something like, "But of course, at the end of the day, dogfighting is just shooting a man in the back." Oh well, yeah, yeah. Interesting. I mean, so he's got a point of view. He's very much his own man. I think he masters the material incredibly well, and there's a huge story to say here. So it's from the 30s, right, and it goes right up until the last chapter is the Soviet and treasonous penetration of the Manhattan Project. Along the way, we have what the Japanese were trying to do, what the Poles were trying to do, what the Russians were trying to do. I should say the Soviet Union. Uh, what the Germans were doing. He's not very fond of Canaris. He's not. He doesn't think Canaris was a resistance hero. I think he was a. He drifted in the wind, and he wasn't very effective. Interesting. What was all going in neutral countries? A lot of activity in Switzerland, a lot of activity in South America, in America proper before Pearl Harbor. But the core of the book is ultra, and I mean, I've dipped. I mean, obviously, anyone who's interested in either the Second World War or IT will have some knowledge or openness to finding out more about Ultra. But Bletchley Park, it was done. I've never seen it done as well as this. He is very supportive of Turing, but there are other people in there, other personalities who he feels deserve at least as much honour, and I can see his point of view. I don't think in this reading, I don't think Turing was that involved in the creation of Colossus, and I think there are other personalities in there who deserve that a little bit more. I think after the war, he got very connected to computing at Manchester, but not so much. It was not that wasn't his particular thing. Fascinating stuff about the psychology of spies, about and some of the kind of characters, all kind there's always a distinction, isn't there, between the intelligence officer, the intelligence operative back at base, and spies in the field. and the spies in the field are often completely out of whack. You know, adventurers, mercenaries, a little bit crazy, complicated, passionate love lives. I finally this book finally gave me a proper picture of Richard Sorge, and many the kind of standard histories of Barbarossa say, oh, he told Stalin. They never say what happened to him next. The Japanese killed him. The Japanese executed him, and he was very, very interesting, driven guy. So ultra is the core of the book, but the thing that you cannot not engage with is the treason and the Cambridge Five. I've never really understood Cairncross's role in this, particularly revolting, particularly dishonourable. The American stuff and the betrayal of Manhattan Project, again, wow, absolutely terrible, really. And he's very, very good on. He's not sympathetic, but he says there are the political context of the time, all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, he never shies away from saying this was treason, this was and naivete, incredible naivete. To the Comintern, such a brilliant propaganda state manipulation tool, and you cannot help but feel, right, here we are in first quarter of the 21st century's come to the end, and we're still dealing with, Russian plots and Russian global attempts to change the world in their favour, and God knows all that kind of, and Maskirovka, right, and Compromat, and I guess they've replaced the appeal to communism with the appeal to, family values and the manosphere somehow. Wow. But I really, really, it was a struggle sometimes. I mean, it's an awful lot of text and it was an awful lot of detail, but interesting, told me new things, added to my stock of knowledge and interest. Another great performance by a great historian, journalist, writer. Loved it. Think, well, I will definitely keep this and I'll definitely come back to it. I would definitely read it again. It's certainly something you could dip into. Very interesting. Wow, okay, so I got there. So that's my three Monday reviews, sitting out here in the sun in southern Spain, hoping that sky tells me it's not going to rain today. That would be pretty amazing. And it's not going to be too cold in the Mula de Caso today. And I'd better go back, get some more coffee in me, and crack on and do some revenue generating work. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for ongoing support. Like and subscribe, etc. If you want to, hope I'm continuing to inspire at least somebody out there to have a look at their TBRP, and I will hopefully see you on